This morning, we are focusing on back-to-school safety and the work of one of our largest programs, the Safe School Institute. Crime Stoppers, families, community leaders, and law enforcement come together each back-to-school season to ensure the safety of all children in all schools and in all places. Most recently, we were thrilled to begin working with Jim McInville, a person who cares deeply about Houston and Houstonians. He's known for stepping up in big and meaningful ways. His involvement today will ensure that today and over the course of the next few days, many Houston families will receive backpacks and critical school safety resources courtesy of Mattress Mack and Gallery Furniture. We are so glad he is here. We are thankful for his partnership, and you'll be hearing from him in a moment. Also joining us today are longtime law enforcement partners in FBI Houston. Houston FBI continues to be an important partner in our Safe School Institute, working alongside Crime Stoppers of Houston and school communities throughout the academic year to ensure the safety of all campuses at every level. Supervisory Special Agent Jeanette Malazzo will share more on those efforts in just a moment. And of course, the work of Crime Stoppers in the schools here in Houston and across the state is under the director and the leadership of Jenna Fondren. She'll be here to be talking about our 25 Days of Safety campaign in honor of a very special milestone. Certainly, the hustle and bustle of getting back into the school routine is on everyone's mind come this time of year. In the wake of Uvalde, however, concerns around school safety are taking precedence, as they should. But for over 2 decades, every aspect of academic life, and particularly campus and student safety, has been and remains the focus of our organization 365 days a year. And this year, we are proud to recognize 25 years of exceptional and free school safety services to Houston and the surrounding school areas. Since 1997, our Safe School program, now known as our Safe School Institute, continues to offer a tip line to students to report information anonymously. They can do so on the app in up to 22 languages, allows them to creatively get engaged and involved in public safety and student safety dialogue. And our program works tirelessly to provide essential life-saving resources and safety tools in the form of presentations, trainings, videos, printed collateral, and more. To date, we have reached millions of students. We have worked with thousands of parents, teachers, counselors, and school-based law enforcement. It's an honor to serve this community and especially our students. On behalf of Crime Stoppers, our board, we thank the many donors, partners, sponsors, volunteers, school communities who work with us and make our efforts possible. With that, it's an honor to welcome Jim McInville.
Thank you, Rania. I'm glad to be here today at Crime Stoppers as Crime Stoppers embarks on their Safe School program, which is so very important to so many in our town and to all of our children and the teachers and administrators who work in our wonderful schools all over the Harris County and the South Texas region. I got involved in this safety issue several months, perhaps a year ago. I got involved because I felt like we had a major crime problem in Harris County. I think that every neighborhood should be safe, whether it's River Oaks or Pasadena or Acres Home or the north side, the south side, the east side, or the west side. Every mother or every father ought to be able to walk their baby down the sidewalk at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, not worried about a drive-by shooting. And every parent who drops their child off at schools should be able to know their child is going to be safe and secure in a learning environment and not suffer the horrors that we've seen too many times in the last many years. So on behalf of Crime Stoppers, I'd like to congratulate Crime Stoppers on 25-year anniversary of Houston Safe School Institute. And Houston is a place of doers. Since I've been involved with Crime Stoppers, I'm amazed at how many people come out and talk to me at the retail location and say, Crime Stoppers is doing a wonderful job. How do we do more? Well, I think one of the ways we all as citizens do more is what we talk about at Gallery Furniture. It's real simple. If you see something, say something. If you, the same way when you go to the Astros game, the Texans game, or whatever, If you see somebody acting strange, say something to one of the law enforcement officials or one of the people there that work in the facilities. And I think having millions of sets of eyes will help make our schools safe, along with the great work the schools do and the great work Crime Stoppers is doing to keep our schools and our neighborhoods safe. The most important thing for a mother to know when she drops that 6-year-old off for the first day of first grade, which we all remember our first day of first grade, is that child's going to be happy, safe, and learn. And I think that's something all of our children are certainly entitled to, and all of us adults need to work on it every day. I have received some feedback from different people that the crime in Houston is too big an issue to tackle. Well, I take very much exception to that, because great organizations like Crime Stoppers, FBI, et cetera, have been fighting crime in this county and this community for years, and I think we can defeat crime in Houston by making the focus that we're not going to allow those criminals to operate in our society. And again, this is not a political issue. This doesn't involve Republicans or Democrats, R's or D. This is an issue of AC. In Houston, we're a big AC town. We like our air conditioning because it's hot outside. But this is not about air conditioning. This is against crime. And that's one thing we can all stand upon, is against crime. Make our schools safe, make our neighborhoods safe, make Houston a safe place. In Houston, we put a man on the moon. In Houston, we've done great things at NASA. We've changed the world in medicine at Texas Medical Center, great institutions like Methodist Hospital, MD Anderson, et cetera, et cetera. We have changed the world forever. We can change the crime situation in Houston by getting behind Crime Stoppers, the school safety program, and all of us having the gumption to see if we say something, if we see something that seems odd, say something to the authorities, stop it before it happens, and let's all get together and be AC all year long, not just in the summer. That means against crime. Thanks very much.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Jeanette Malazzo. I'm a supervisory special agent with FBI Houston. I'm the head of the Crimes Against Children and Human Trafficking Task Force. And following up with my predecessor's comments, the FBI, in terms of addressing the issues that plague our schools, we have two major priorities. One are school threats, specifically related to shootings. In the aftermath of mass shootings, such as the Uvalde Elementary School shooting, the FBI wants to remind the public about the importance of reporting information, no matter how big or small, related to school threats. The FBI and our partners follow up on every tip we receive and analyze and investigate all threats. Federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies use a full range of tools to mitigate those threats, which are deemed credible. Making a false threat is also a crime. They are not a joke, and we are not joking when we say that there are consequences for making these kinds of threats. The public's help is critical to our efforts to stop mass shootings before they happen and to discourage individuals from making hoax threats. Please report any potential threats or suspicious activity to law enforcement as soon as you come across it. Let us, law enforcement, determine whether those threats are real or not. After almost every investigation of a mass shooting, we discover that someone knew something, but at that point it's too late. The other major threat that we've seen starting to come up in our area of responsibility is sextortion and online exploitation. The FBI has seen an increase in sextortion cases, including reports of adults posing as young girls coercing young boys through social media to produce sexual images and videos and then extorting money from them. The predator, often posing as a young girl, uses deception and manipulation to convince the young male, usually between the ages of 14 and 17, to engage in explicit activity over video, which is then secretly recorded by the suspect. The predator then reveals that they have made the recordings and attempts to extort the victim for money to prevent them from being posted online. We recognize victims may feel embarrassed and thus hesitant to come forward and report these incidents, but the FBI strongly encourages victims to notify law enforcement so that these individuals are held accountable and are prevented from harming other children. Some tips that we provide: be selective about what you share online, especially your personal information and passwords. If your social media accounts are open to everyone, a predator may be able to figure out a lot of information about you or your children. Be wary of anyone you encounter for the first time online. Block or ignore messages from strangers. Be aware that people can pretend to be anything or anyone online. Videos and photos are not proof that a person is who they claim to be. Be suspicious if you meet someone on a game or app and they ask you to start talking to them on a different platform. And most importantly, if you believe you or someone you know is the victim of sextortion, call the FBI Houston field office at 713-693-5000. You can also report it via Crime Stoppers, and you can also report it via the NECMEC cyber tip line. So thank you for having us.
All right. Thank you to our partners at FBI Houston. I really, really appreciate all the work that they do and the mirrored alignment that we have for the safety of students here in Houston. My name is Jenna Fondren. I'm the director of the Safe School Institute here at Crime Stoppers of Houston. The Safe School Institute is a one-stop center for all aspects of school safety. SSI keeps schools safe by creating a proactive dialogue with students, school staff, parents, and school-based law enforcement. We cover topics on personal and school safety and promote social, family, dating, community, and campus safety through free interactive multimedia prevention-based presentations. The Institute strives to reduce victimization, deter delinquency, and increase campus reporting through our anonymous tip line. The Crime Stoppers tip line has been available in schools since 1997. All students should feel like they have a safe and secure way to speak up if they ever feel sad, scared, or confused at school. Our tip line has helped keep so many kids safe in the last 25 years, and we've even been able to remove close to 300 weapons from school campuses before they were able to be used on another person. We have served over 70 school districts in Texas, and our services are year-round. We work with any school, public, charter, private, homeschool, and have curriculum for students pre-K all the way through the 12th grade. The Safe School Institute actually has 13 different subjects that we can cover with our audience. Some subjects, but they're not limited to, are cyber safety, teen dating, mental health, bullying prevention, substance use prevention, human trafficking, and more. And just like our partners were saying at the FBI about sextortion and internet safety, we wish this didn't have to be part of the conversation as it relates to back to school safety. We wish we could be focusing on just kids being healthy and happy and wanting to learn, but we need to be having these really honest, transparent conversations about ways kids can keep themselves safe and make sound decisions. To request a presentation, please go to our website, crime-stoppers.org, click the Safe School tab, and then select Request a Presentation. Last week, we launched our 25 Days of Safety campaign. This campaign celebrates 25 years of the Safe School Institute, educating and empowering students, teachers, and parents to keep their schools safe. Throughout this initiative, we post important statistics, safety tips, parent videos, resources, and even facilitate Facebook Lives every Friday this month to help families start the 2022-2023 school year off on the right foot. And here's more information on this initiative. Follow us on Instagram at Crime Stoppers of Houston. Following this press conference, we are kicking off our first backpack distribution with Gallery Furniture. We're really excited about it. And we thank Mattress Mack for partnering with us and making this all possible. The drive-through event starts at 11 a.m. and ends at 3 p.m. while supplies last, so please come early. Here's an example. I wanted to show you all what the backpack looks like. They're clear backpacks. They are full of school supplies and different safety handouts. We have rulers and hand sanitizer and pencil bags and highlighters and, of course, a bunch of different parent safety materials so that parents have easier ways and access to start conversations with their kids about public and personal safety.